Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing? Have you ever gone to a nursery or a hardware store like Lowe's or Home Depot and saw a plant that you really liked but had no tag on it? Well, if you're at a locally owned nursery, they probably can tell you what it is right out of the gate. But when I saw this at Lowe's over Christmas, I absolutely loved it. And there was absolutely zero marking on the can, no tag. And when I went to ask somebody, what was this? They couldn't tell me, but they were clearancing them. And so they just said, you can have it for $20. I brought it home, put it in the backyard, thought about a place, where could I put it? I love everything about it, the color, the texture, the shape. And I thought, well, I need to find out what it is before I plant it. So I put it back in my car, took it down to an actual nursery, and I asked one of the guys, what do you think this is? And he said, it looks like it could be a Leyland Cypress. And I go, ooh, don't those get kind of big? I think, unless it's a dwarf, a Leyland Cypress can get between 40 and 60 feet tall, 20 and 25 feet wide. And he was kind of, opening the branches and looking at it. He says, you could actually have a dwarf, which those only get 5 to 6 feet tall. And I brought it home, still didn't plant it, and actually brought it out here because I don't think I have a spot for it in the back. And then I also brought it out here because you could tell our German Shepherd was beginning to mark it all the time. So I thought, oh, no, we got to get this away from him because you can see where he's, doing his thing. So we brought it back out here, and I thought every year I plant ruby slipper coleus right here. And each year it's done really well. Last year, it didn't get as full and as tall as it normally did. So I thought, you know what, I just might use this area and do like a semicircle of hydrangeas. Now they would have to probably be something like a macrophylla or something that could take morning sun and afternoon shade. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning right now. And I thought, what if I put this in the corner and then flank this area with the hydrangeas. Now these are columbine and I'll have to move those, and I think I want to put those in front of the early blue hydrangeas in the backyard. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant this today, and we're going to keep our fingers crossed that it's a compact, I think I've seen it said shorty, a compact shorty or dwarf Leyland Cypress. If it's not, and I can tell that it's going to get much bigger, I'm probably going to have to dig it out. And the only person I know that could handle such a big tree is my best friend, and she has a stunning piece of property on the outskirts of town, couple of acres, beautiful home, beautiful garden. And so if she would like it, I would actually say, hey, listen, I'll plant it for you because it's such a pretty tree. But we'll wait and see. Maybe it's a dwarf. But anyway, that's what we're going to do today. And then if you wanted to come around here, right here in my entryway, we have 2 pots, and one heuchera is larger than the other. This gets morning sun, all shade the entire rest of the day, just a little bit of morning sun. And this is much bigger than the one on the other side, which gets beat by the afternoon sun. They had violas, pansies, and they were looking really good until last week, and I just finally pulled them. So I think I'm going to pull the heucheras out and plant them in the garden somewhere. So we'll do that after we tackle the Leyland Cypress. This is the Dusty Miller that I think is not doing well. It looks nothing like that one. And I don't know, is it too much water? Is it not enough water? I don't know really what's going on. So I'm gonna pull this out and put the 2 heuchera that are in the pots in its place. And I remember when I did tour last year, I thought, oh, I don't really know if I want to keep them anyway. Well, what happened is they put on some growth, and I actually really liked this color amongst all the green, and now I think I'm going to miss it. However, we have something to put in its spot. So I'm going to get this pulled out, and we'll get the heuchera inside. I'll have to look for the tag of the heuchera. I don't remember what kind of heuchera it is. However, I'm holding this, which pay no mind to the zinnias that I had to literally cut all the way back. It is slug, earwig, and snail season, and we have them all. It's like a festival in our garden, and they're everywhere. So I ended up having to cut them all back. Anyway, I'm holding this because I wanted you to know that the heuchera started out came in one of these little 2-inch 6-packs here. Look how big it's grown since the fall. And I just wanted to show you real quick the hibiscus. Look at, it's Purple Winter's Evening Rose, I think. If that's not the right name, I'll make sure I put the right name down below. But they're looking so healthy. And actually, I might regret putting the heuchera here because all this area gets shade most of the day, except for as the sun begins to set in the west. This wall faces west. So these do really well, even though they like a lot of sun. But remember, I live where it gets to be like 105, 110. So they do very well just receiving the amount of sun, you know, as it kind of shines between the 2 camphor and the crepe myrtle here off to the side. So the jury's out on whether this will survive our sun, but I'm going to leave it in here and we'll see how well it does. I'm bummed that the Dusty Miller had to go, but we're going to do this for now. I'll be planting profusion yellow zinnias along the border of this side of our yard. I don't think we'll be able to get this video edited and up before Memorial Weekend. So in case you're seeing it after, I hope you had an amazing time with family and friends celebrating the long weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.